Welcome back to another episode of the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Season 2. So in the previous episode, we kind of started, doing a few new units, a few new solo debuts and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. I really actually like the direction of Mishiro and of the company, or the director from the previous episode, strictly from that one, right? And I did see a comment that I kind of agree with, that her direction seems pretty good and not inherently bad. It's just that she's quite young and maybe a bit inexperienced when it comes to like how she should be running it. As I said, I think the biggest fault of hers is the lack of communication with her staff. But apart from that, I think she is doing some really cool stuff. She's basically being like, hey, we have this opportunity for you. Do you want to take it or not? She's never forcing anyone to take anything. She's always asking them, even though at the end of the day, she has the power to basically force any guideline that she wants. Granted, it's usually not a good thing, right? People are gonna start quitting if you do that. But yeah, so I actually like Mishiro, or yeah, director Mishiro's direction, I guess, at least most of it. So in the previous episode, we saw her wanting or offering to, you know, create some new units for some girls, basically give them more opportunities to grow as an artist. And yeah, basically being like, hey, there are some projects I have lined up. Do you want to do them? It's going to help you grow. It's going to be a challenge for you. What's up? Do you want to do it? I'm not forcing anything, right? Which, mad respect. And Reen was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I want to try new things. I want to grow as a person, as an artist. So I'm going to do this new thing. And then she came up to like Mio and Uzuki and was like, hey, I'm really excited. I have this new thing, new gig. I have a new unit that I'm going to do. I really want to do it. I'm like, it's like this really cool project. And then Mia was like, you what? You what? Excuse me? Look, as I said in the previous episode, I get it. She's the leader, right? She's also been fighting against this Mishiro, or she's been under the assumption that they're all like fighting against Mishiro, fighting against not the government, but the company, you know, the governing body of the company. So it's reasonable that she feels betrayed. It's reasonable that she feels like she failed as a leader and stuff like that. I think that lashing out at Reen and stuff like that is a horrible thing to do. I cannot imagine if I like was really, really hyped up and really happy that I got like this opportunity. And I came up to my friends and I was like, hey, listen to this. I got this cool opportunity that's gonna let me grow. It's gonna let me do this new thing that I really wanted to do. And I'm just really hyped up to do it. And I'm gonna trust, or like I'm gonna spill my love for it and my passion for it to you guys, to my friends. And then my friend is like, how dare you? How dare you? And just storm off. I would, yeah, I don't know. I really disliked her demeanor there. As I said in the previous episode, I get it. I think it's due to her inexperience. Obviously, there's a lot of hormones and stuff like that. She's gonna be very moody, a lot of emotions in the air. So I'm not gonna dislike Mio for that. It just is not a thing that is best on my resume, or that's best for me on her resume, I should say. So yeah, that's the only thing, right? I feel like you should be happy when your friends get an opportunity to grow and to do something that they are passionate about, no matter what, as long as it's a good thing to do, which I feel like this definitely is. So yeah, that's why I got a bit annoyed at Mio. But as I said, I get it. So let's see where this is gonna go. Mio at the end of the episode said that she's doing a solo debut. As I said, I hope it's not like a petty reason to be like, to get back at her, to get back at Reen or something. I don't think it is. I don't think she would be that like petty or anything. But yeah, I think Mio still is a pretty like a responsible person and reasonable at times. So let's see where this episode's gonna go. So if you want to watch this uncut and unblurred, as always, on my Patreon down in the description. And let's go into the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Season 2, Episode 8. Oh, is it gonna be a theater play? Yeah, theatrical production. I'm excited to see it. Congrats. That's fair. Absolutely fair. I like that. They get to do like a bunch of things that they want to do. They're branching out, getting experiences. Hmm? I have a bad feeling that this is not going in a direction that is gonna be nice. Crown for each. You got this, Mia. Why is the framing so ominous? I don't want it to be ominous. I feel like it's a good direction of the of everyone going like in a different way. What do the girls think about it? I want to hear their thoughts about it. That's fair. Yeah. The way that they're saying it seems like it's a bad thing, but I feel like everything that they're saying is a good thing. But the way that it's framed seems like it's a bad thing. You shouldn't be getting complacent. Nice. Ah! Nice. Talk to them about it, producer. They're obviously under the wrong impression. Nice. Congrats.
ジェネレーションズについては調整中です。
調整中。みんな、ごめん。兄ちゃんのせいじゃん。
It's not. It's not. Don't apologize for following your
すみ
passion.
ませんでした。本田さんたちを動揺させてしまいました。
プロデューサーは、私たちのことを考えて黙っててくれたんだよね。私、悔しいよ。シブリンはさ、ずっと悩んでたんでしょ。私、全然気がつかなかった。ニュージェネ以外の道なんて考えたこともなかったしさ。考えたくなかったっていうか。私さ、サマーフェスの時、3人でちゃんとライブできて楽しかった。みんな笑顔でさ、キラキラしてた。あの時、やっと3人でスタート台に立てたんだよね。だから私、リーダーとして、みんなと一緒に先に進みたかったんだ。私、今度こそ、リーダーとしてニュージェネを引っ張ろうって思ったんだ。ここからもっともっと3人でキラキラしたいから、そうでなきゃって思って。でも、トライアドの話ってわけね。なんだろう、私が、やっぱ何もできないんだなって。勢いばっかで。だからシブリンは。
それは違います。今までの活動に誤りがあったとは思いません。あなたは私が選んだニュージェネレーション。
Okay, I'm glad that we got to see this scene.
あなた
It was basically what we saw in the previous episode at the end of it was basically just Mia having an outburst of emotions mostly directed towards herself. It just came out wrong, right? That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. I'm glad we got to see it. It definitely cleared up a lot of stuff about Mia, right? I feel like there was an outburst of just everything that she's been piling up towards herself, and especially since she heard that piece of information which kind of just collided with everything that she thought they were doing, you know. Okay, makes sense. It was just she was never in any capacity kind of blaming Green or unhappy with Rin taking up that job. It was just her blaming herself. That makes more sense. That's a lot better of a reason than I initially thought, or that was initially presented in the previous episode. So I'm glad we got to see it in this one. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good.
まだまだいろいろな可能性があると思っています。
Yeah, they have a lot of potential. They need to do a bunch of different
渋
stuff
谷さんの問題は、
to realize
そ
it.
れとは違う何かってことかな。
はい、
違う。どう違う。
わかりません。ただ、少し違うところから見てみないとわからないものなのかもしれません。
わからないから確かめたいと思ってるのかもね。プロデューサー、私も見なきゃ。それが何なのかわからないけど、私、シブリンにちゃんと答えたい。じゃないと3人で前に進めない気がする。ねえ、このことは私たちで答えを見つけるから。
いやあ、話には聞いたよ。ラブライカの件は決めたらしいね。
はい。しかし、ニュージェネレーションズの件は、もうしばらく時間をください。
君も不器用な男だった。
Tell me about it.
言わなきゃよかった。あんなこと。リンちゃん。私がミシロジオムの企画のこと。
No, Rin, don't blame yourself. You're just following your passion. You just want to improve as a person. Nothing wrong with that as an artist as well.
ミオちゃんとお話ししましょう。別々に悩んでるのは良くないです。ちゃんと納得いくまでいっぱいお話ししましょう。大丈夫です。大丈夫です。私たち3人で頑張ってきたんですから。薄木、 た、うずき。コマドリさんは、ここが秘密の花園だって教えてくれたわ。でも大丈夫かしら。みんなすっかり枯れちゃって。何を言うんだい。ほら、あの青々とした木の芽を見てごらん。これ、生きてるの？じゃああのバラは？俺らと同じさ。ピンピンしてる。バラは、この花園は生きているのね。
オーケー。本田、どうした？
いえ、ありがとうございました。
Can we meet tomorrow, Shiburin? Okay, I think this is going in a positive direction from what I'm seeing here. Hopefully. Oh, do I prefer positive episodes for the finale?
みんなで頑張って秋のライブ乗り越えるんだって思ってたのに、足並み揃わなくて。みくちゃん。私だって不安だけど、やるしかないじゃん。でも、リーナちゃん、ちょっと落ち着いて。だってこのままじゃ。かの者たちの旅路の。私はいいことだと思うんです。みなみさんたちが決めたこと。私だって応援したくないわけじゃないよ。ただ、今は部署がピンチって時だから。失敗したら解散。そんなのやだ。冒険なんじゃないかって。私、サマーフェスの時に、アーニャさんと一緒に歌って、最初は近くにいた私が、みなみさんの代役をしなきゃって。でも、あの時、誰かとステージに立ってみて、代役とか、それだけじゃなくて、いつもと違うことをやってみて、すごく楽しくて、みんなも応援してくれて、あのドキドキは、今でもずっと覚えてて、すごく大事で。みなみさんたちはどう思ってるのかな。今のままじゃ不安だから。うん。ステージでもお客さんに幸せ届けられないもんね。まあ、二人の言う通り、ここで悩んでないで、全員で話した方が手っ取り早いでしょ。呼びに行こっか。みんなの問題だから、みんなで考えよう。ね。
皆さんには申し訳ないことを。
ミオは自分たちで乗り越えるって決めたんだし、あの子たちもだよ。今は見守るしかないって。私たち話したいこと。
Oh, before going to the talk, I do also think that the producer, because I came into this kind of expecting their project to be kind of like one of those things where there's new units forming all the time. Like there's some of the units are gonna get together and they're gonna have like a release one song, maybe two songs, and then they're not gonna necessarily disband, but that unit is gonna go on a hiatus, and like those members are gonna get distributed into different units. I thought that they're gonna constantly make new units, so maybe coming into it with that mindset, or like they're gonna have solo releases and stuff like that. Maybe coming into it with that mindset. That's why I'm like totally fine with them going solo like this. I don't feel like it's like, I feel like it's the natural way to go about it. But if the producer didn't actually talk to them about this kind of thing, or never actually, maybe he said that, oh, you're gonna make a unit and that's it, right? And you're gonna be in that unit basically till the end. It's gonna be a permanent one. If he told them that, or maybe he didn't tell them anything and he just let them assume that, then I feel like there is some fault on him not conveying the plan, right? if the plan was from the beginning to make like different units from the girls, sometimes they're gonna get solo debuts, sometimes they're gonna be in a unit, sometimes they're gonna be in a different unit and stuff like that. If that was the plan from the beginning and the producer didn't tell them, then there's definitely a big fault with him there as well. Though I do think that the biggest issue that they're having here is not necessarily them going to different units, it's more so going along with Mishra's plan. But I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should kind of like sit back or like step back and reevaluate the entire plan again, because I feel like even in my mind, with every single episode that we see more of Mishra's plan, I keep flip-flopping how I feel about it, and I feel like they have been like one-track mind from the beginning, and I feel like it's not bad to like reevaluate the entire plan again, think about it again and see what the positives, the pros and the cons of the plan are, right? But I feel like they're preoccupied with just the idea of, no, this is the wrong thing, we're fighting against the bigger guy, you know? And I feel like it's not that bad of a plan, actually, when you think about it.
私も。はい、これ。どういうこと？練習付き合ってくれない？はぐらかさないでよ。はぐらかしてないよ。あんたみたいに勝手な人なんてもう知らないわ。
Letting out the emotions through acting.
ほら、セリフ。台本45ページ目。あ、シマムーからどうぞ。はい。坊ちゃま、落ち着いて。僕はもう生きられないんだ。ベッドから動けなくなって。僕は春が来る前に。ああ、かわいそうな坊ちゃま。バカね。あんたはちっとも弱ってなんかないじゃない。あんたの病気
She's hella animated.
あんた自身よ。自分に呪いをかけてるんだわ。まあ、メアリーさん、なんてことを。南さん、もうすぐ終わるかな。今日はここまで。あとは軽くストレッチして。もう少し。もう一度お願いします。体を休めるのも大事なことだぞ。はい。なので、もう少しだけ。
Listen to your trainer. They know the best.
体も弱くて、本当に外に出られるの？私だってここに来た時は体も弱くて、それに外だって大嫌いだったわ。でも、マーサやディコンが教えてくれたの。外は宝物でいっぱいだって。そうよ。空は高くて、ハリエニシダやヒースやバラが芽吹いているの。
Tsubomi.
外の空気をいっぱいに吸って。僕もいっぱい吸えるかな。呼ばなくていいの？ちょっと待って。おいかちゃん。もうその辺でやめておけ。いえ、やります。
Ah,
楽しいんです。
don't overtrain yourself. It's gonna do more damage than good.
冒険だから。冒険？そう。私には冒険だった。僕は君の見ているものを見たかった。コマドリが呼んでいる。あの花園。新しい場所でアーニャちゃんも頑張ってるんです。だから私も新しいことにチャレンジしたくて。ひなみちゃん、キラキラしてる。冒険してるからだね。アーニャちゃんと私、二人とも頑張って秋のライブを成功させる。それが私の冒険なんです。なんて美しいんだろう。僕はもっと早くにここに来るべきだったのに。ごめん、待たせて。大丈夫、これからだもの。明日も明後日もここに来ましょう。そうさ、春の次は夏、その次の秋も冬も、ずっと恐れずに踏み出せば、花園は私たちを待っていてくれるわ。花園は生きる輝き。花園は魔法の場所。花園は私たちの心。
Very poetic resolution to the conflict.
みんな、私たちだって頑張ってキラキラしたい。新たな冒険を。とっても綺麗で。
I was so scared they're gonna go into like more drama, but it seems like this is like resolved. I'm happy. I'm happy with the resolution of the drama.
シブリンの気持ち知りたいって思ったの。ちゃんと返事したかったから。ちょっとずつ分かってきた。ミオ、ありがとう。ミオちゃん、素敵でしたね。ドキドキした。
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
ミオちゃん、とってもキラキラしてて素敵でした。だから、リーちゃんもきっと。ありがとう、ウズキ。私も頑張ります。
I feel like the next episode is gonna be about Uzuki seeing this. I feel like also Uzuki being on the lower
秋
steps
のライブが目前に迫って
from Rin, I feel like is symbolic.
今回、アスタリスク、そしてローゼンブルクエンゲルは新しい体制で参加していただきます。渋谷さんはトライアドプリムスとしてユニットをスタート。そして、ラブライカとニュージェネレーションズは
Oh, here it is, the
秋のライ
unit.
ブには
Mm.
不参加となります。
Okay, new generations as well. Okay.
今後やりたいお仕事ですか？ステージも CD デビューもラジオ出演もできましたし、テレビも出ましたから、このまま3人で頑張りたいです。
島村
The
さん
three
個
of
人と
us.
してはどうでしょうか。
私、
あくまで提案なのですが、小日向美穂さんとユニットを組んでみるのはどうでしょうか。
Kohinata Miho. Ooh,
タイ
okay.
ミング的にこの企画は秋のライブ合わせとはいかないのですが、いろいろ学べるところがあるかと。
Yeah,
島村さん
100%.
も何か
Oh, that's
新しい
cool.
ことに
If she wants to do it.
よりニュージェネレーションズを
やってみます。
Nice. Yeah. Get those new experiences.
みーちゃんはすごく綺麗な声してて、みおちゃんは演技がすごくうまくって、私は、私のいいところって何でしょうか？
笑顔です。
Wow, it's been a while since I heard him say it.
はい。
ですよね。島村あずき、頑張ります。
私たちは舞踏会に向けてそれぞれの課題があり、今はいろいろな挑戦をしていく時です。みんなで支え合い、新しい階段を登っていきましょう。
Yui. Ah, okay, interesting. So I liked that. I like the resolution of that episode. Well, first of all, let me say that I like that Mia was aware of the things that she did wrong, because the previous episode definitely came off, at least to me, it came off as if she blamed Rin for, you know, not wanting to stay in New Generation, and being like, oh, is this not enough for you and stuff like that. Where it was just her venting out her own frustrations. Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense that you would be doing that, right? And I'm glad that we got to see that. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't like. I'm of the firm idea you should always take a new opportunity when it comes, but I can see why they would be apprehensive about it or like kind of weird about it due to the plan that they had about like going against Mishiro. But as I said, I feel like that kind of plan that they had to go against Mishiro, now looking at, like, I feel like they should take some time to reevaluate the entire Mishiro plan now that they know more about it and stuff like that, right? And yeah, as I said, I feel like if you're an artist, you should be always looking to improve. Well, anywhere, basically, when you're a professional in any kind of field, right? Professional field, you should be always looking to improve yourself in your craft. And I feel like the best way to do that in this kind of scenario is to just do more projects, right? And I feel like you should never, like, if you really care for someone, you should never just defer them from personal growth or artistic growth, right? I feel like that's like just a horrible thing to do, like a very selfish thing to do as well, right? And I feel like here we got to see a little bit of the complacency that was kind of running into the entire, well, not, it wasn't just Mio even, it was just all of the units, kind of like they got a bit complacent now that they debuted with the unit, and they were like, well, we could just stay in this unit forever. And I'm really happy with how Rin was like, hey, I want to still grow from here. I don't want to stay here, like, I want to stay the way that I am forever. I want to grow as a person, as an artist, and I'm going to take every opportunity that I can to do that. Respect, big respect to her. I really like that shot at the end of the episode with, or towards the end with, you know, Rin being like 2 steps above Uzuki, kind of like show, maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but it kind of felt like it was showing Rin falling behind, or not Rin, Uzuki falling behind from Rin, right? Being on the lower, like a few steps lower than her. And then at the end, she got an opportunity. I wonder if that opportunity is going to be as fulfilling to her as she hopes it will be. I hope it is. Like, I hope that the final few episodes of the season are gonna be happy ones, right? Or happy, I mean, I hope that they're gonna go well, right? Because I feel like those are my favorite Idolmaster episodes. So, yeah. Oh, another completely irrelevant thing that to this episode. In the previous episode, I did when we heard the song from the new unit of Rin. I was like, oh, it sounds like a Symphogear song. You guys did say that it's the same producer. It was produced by the same guy who wrote a bunch of Symphogear songs as well. That's why it sounds like a Symphogear song. Anyways, that's completely random. I was gonna say it earlier, but I forgot, so I'm saying it now. But yeah, either way, I appreciate that this drama was resolved quickly. I really, really do. I thought that they were gonna carry on this drama until like the end of the season. I was kind of worried about that, but it seems like it was resolved pretty easily. Every single person just kind of wants to find a way to grow. And I like that. Even Uzuki, it seems like now she's looking for a way for her to grow, right? Which is kind of just like finding herself, kind of like what's it called? Coming of age story. That's it. Kind of like a coming of age story, right? Finding out how to grow when you're like, especially when you're like a teenager. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm excited to see how this is gonna conclude. I'm guessing that the way that this is gonna end is Mishiro is gonna kind of like not cave in, but kind of loosen up a lot of her ideologies and stuff like that, and it's gonna become like a mix of her ideologies and also the previous rules that were in place. So that's my prediction for how it's gonna end, but we'll see. Anyways, yeah, anyways, fun setup for the future, and I'm excited to see where they're gonna go with it. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Peace.